Hands in prayer. Namaste. Om Vande Guranam Paranandara Vinde Sandara Sita Svatma Sukha Hava Bodhe Nishreyase Jangalika Yamane Samsara Hala Hala Mohasantye Abu Purusakaram Sankarakarasi Darinam Saharsha Sri Sasam Svetam Pranamami Pantajalim Om. So come to the top of your mat, setting up for our Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms up, hands in prayer. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Press into your hands. Exhale, step or jump back. High plank. Exhaling down to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhaling. For 2. 3. Pull your pelvic bone up to your belly button. Uddiyana Bandha. 5. Look to the front of your mat. Come forward into fold. Step or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Crown forward, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, push into your feet, lift up to with your hands, pull up through your knees, exhale, hands down to your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, high plank. Exhaling down to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Uddiyana Bandha. Pull up. 3. Pull up through your front thighs. 4. 5. Look forward. Step forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Crown down. Soft knees, inhale, come all the way up. Hands in prayer, look up, stretch up through your ribs. Exhale, hands down to your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway left, press into your hands. Exhale, step back high. Exhaling down to low, elbows in. Inhale, push into the tops of your feet. Activate your legs. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. 2, push your knuckles into the mat, the knuckles of your index. See if you can define that. 3. 4, press into the balls of your feet, heels down. 5, soft back of your knees. And look forward, come forward, hop or jump. Halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Press into your feet, hands up. Exhale, hands down by your side. Surya Namaskar B. Hips back, bend your knees, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Crown forward. Exhale, step back high. Lowering down. Inhale, come up. Shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Low lunge. Plant your back heel coming into warrior 1 or keeping it up coming into crescent. Reaching your arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back with your right foot. Going through your vinyasa, high to low. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, low lunge. Inhale, coming up. Either planting your heel or coming up into crescent. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. High plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Soften your neck. Round to the ground. Round to the mat. 4, 5. Pull up through your front thighs. And look forward. Step forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Soft knees, hips back. Inhale, arms up. It's chair pose. Exhale, release. Hips back, bend your knees. Inhale, come up to chair again. Surya Namaskar B. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Push into your hands here. Exhale, drop your head, step back. High to low, Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, low lunge. Pressing into your feet. Inhale, come up. Reach up through your ribs. Exhale, fold, step back, high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward, low lunge. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to high. Exhaling down to low. Inhale, upward facing dog, press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look forward, step forward, or hop. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, crown down, soft knees. Bend your knees, arms come up, hips back. Chair pose. Exhale, Samastiti. Hips back, bend your knees one more time. Surya Namaskar B, arms up. Exhale, fold. Ground down. Inhale, halfway, push into your hands. Exhale, high plank. Exhaling down to low. Inhale, come up. Press into the tops of your feet. Activate your legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, low lunge. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. High plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, low lunge. Pressing into your feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Step back, high plank. Exhaling down. High to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, soft neck. Gaze it at the tip of your nose. 3, 4, push in the balls of your feet, heels down toward the ground. 5, looking forward, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, hips back, coming up into chair. Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale up and exhale, downward facing dog. Gonna stop here for just 2 seconds, just to make sure, because I never know what people know and don't. When I say Uddiyana Bandha, I mean pulling up from your pelvis. Just pull your pelvis up to like you're trying to get it to touch your belly button. So you're really, and what you're doing is really strengthening across your lower abdominals. So just pulling up is Uddiyana Bandha. Mula Bandha is when you just squeeze your pelvic bones together. But Uddiyana Bandha is actually bringing that up, your tailbone will go down. It's a little editorial there. Throw that in, because I didn't know what it was for the longest time. All right, feet hip width distance apart. Reach down. Take your peace fingers, grab your big toes. Knees can be bent. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, crown down. Holding here for 5 breaths. Inhaling. Bring your torso to your thighs. 2, push your feet into the mat. 3, try to bring your crown down to the mat. 4, elbows close to your calves, pull it back. 5. Inhale, look up. Stay here and exhale. Lift your feet, place the sole of the palm of your hand under the sole of your feet. Big toes to your wrists. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, release, crown down. 1, push your feet into the floor. 2, pull your elbows back, try to bend them back. 3, crown down. 4, 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chin to chest. Release your hands, hands to waist. Roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Samasthiti. So I'm moving around the mat, so I think you can see me at the best angle. So Samasthiti, come to the top of the mat. Step back about 3 feet. Coming into triangle pose, so arms coming out. I like to use blocks. If you've got blocks, you can use them. Otherwise, maybe flexibly you touch the ground, or you can just keep your hands up. So I'm going to use a block. So right hand comes down, left hand comes up. Gaze is toward your left hand. Push your right calf into, and if your hand's on the floor, the full pose, you're grabbing your big toe, like so. 2, 3, push your tailbone down toward your left heel. 4, try and bring that right hip forward. 5, inhale, come up. Right toes point forward, pivoting to the other side, setting up for triangle on the other side, arms out to the side, come down, place your left hand on the block or on the floor, or grabbing your big toes here. Inhale and exhale. 2, reach your fingers up to the sky. 3, right hip pushes back, left hip forward. 4, push into your feet, push them away from each other. 5, inhale, come up. And exhale, pivot in the other direction. We're going to take revolve triangle here. Bring your hand either on the inside of your foot or the outside of your foot. Press into that right foot. And then start to twist to the other side. So pressing your left hand into the floor, it's on the floor, and exhaling, push your right hip to the outside of your right hip down. Try to bring your left knee so it's over your ankle. Pushing into your hand, trying to open up a little bit more. Inhale, come up. Switching to the other side. Right hand comes down, either to the outside of your foot or the inside. Either position is fine. Press with that left foot, press back. Crown forward and coming into a twist. I'm leaving my hand on my hip. My shoulders are not as open as they used to be, but the hand can extend up to the ceiling. 3, tailbone down to your right foot. 4, outside of your left hip down. 5, inhale, come up. Whoop. Exhale, Samasthiti. the front of your mat. Take a big step back. It's not easy to teach this and perform it at the same time. Woo, good workout. Bend into your right knee, left knee straight. Right hand this time does come to the outside of your right foot, either on the floor or on a block. Bring your left hip up. Extend your arm over your ear. So you want to try and get a straight line from your fingers all the way down to your foot. Pull that left shoulder up to the ceiling. Gaze is on your left hand. Even though I'm not doing that right now, push your right leg into your arm. And inhale, come up. Switching over to the other side. Bending into that left knee. Opening up. Right arm extending over your right ear. Press your left leg into your arm. Bring your right hip up. Gaze is on your right hand. 4. Uddiyana Bandha. Pull up, pelvic bone to your belly button. 5. Inhale, come up. Pivot. Revolving, extended side angle. So this is one where you might want to bring your heel up. It's a very advanced pose. Right knee stays bent. Left hand comes down on the floor or on a block on the outside of your foot. Pivot to the outside. Eventually, your arm goes over your ear. I'm not there yet. So I'm going to keep my right hand on my hip. Extending my crown forward, twisting open. So bring the outside of your right hip down. Press into your right foot. Press that right calf into your arm. Use your left hand to open up into that twist. Inhale, come up. And reverse to the other side. Bending into your left knee. Right hand down. I'm going to put my left hand on my hip. Eventually, someday I'll extend it, but not yet. Lengthening here, and twisting up to the other side. For 2. 3, keep pressing that left calf into your arm. 4, use your arm to open up. Lifting that left shoulder. 5. Inhale, come up. Samastiti, come to the front of your mat. Take a big step back with your right foot. Forward fold, A, B, C, and D. Hands out to the side. Come down, bring your hands between your feet, shoulder width distance apart. Hands are flat. If you need to, bend your knees. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, crown down to the mat. Make sure your elbows stay stacked above your wrists. Pull up through your thighs. Push into your feet. Trying to bring your crown down to the floor. 4, 5. Inhale, look forward. Stay here. Exhale. Chin to chest, hands to waist, roll up. Beautiful. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, bring your hands to your waist, shoulders back, and fold forward. Hands are going to stay on your waist here. Shoulders pull back. Inhale. And exhale. Keep trying to push your crown down to the mat. Pull up through your kneecaps. Push into your feet. Uddiyana Bandha. Pull up to your belly button. Pull everything in. Hollow out your belly. 5. And then slowly roll up. Chin to chest. Head comes last. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Shoulders roll back, straighten your elbows, and fold forward. So keeping inhaling, 5 breaths. 1, push that head down. 2, reach with your arms. 3, pull up through your legs, press into your feet, lift your hips. 4, 5, bringing those hands forward, and then slowly roll up. Good, release your hands in your waist. Inhale. Exhale, come halfway down, grab your big toes with your fingers. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, head down. For 2, push your feet into the mat. 3, push your crown down. 4, keep lifting through the legs. 5, inhale, look forward. Stay here. Exhale. Release your toes, hands to waist, chin to chest. Roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Samastitihi, come to the front of your mat. Step back about 3 feet. Coming into pyramid pose. Hands are in reverse prayer. So fingers together. I don't have much of one, but I keep trying. Someday it's going to happen. The fingers behind your back. Try and press the heels of your hands together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to fold forward. Press, resist with your right foot. Press back with your right foot. Gaze is on your toes. 2, 3, push your hands together, bring your shoulders apart. 4, 5, come up, hands stay in prayer. Pivot, setting up for the other side, coming down, exhaling down. Resist with your left foot. 1, keep pushing into that left foot. 2, gaze is on your toes. 3, shoulders pull apart. 4, 5, inhale, come up. Hands come out to the side. Step forward, Samastitihi. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back, high plank. Going through your vinyasa, high to low. Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step or jump forward and come up into chair pose. Bend your knees and arms come up. 5 breaths here. 1, looking up. 2, pull up through your rib cage. Use your hands to lengthen your ribs. 3, Uddiyana Bandha. 4, 5, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, high plank. Exhaling down low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward, low lunge. Plant your left heel. We are going to come up. I'm nursing tendonitis in my Achilles, so I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to recommend everybody else. Oh, I'll do it if I shorten my stance. I've done too much yoga today. I think I'm going to choose crescent. So hands in prayer, looking up. Pull your rib cage up. With your heels down, push your knees so it's fit on top of your heels. So opening that knee out, but at the same time, bring your left ribs forward. 4. Uddiyana Bandha. 5. Leave your arms up and just pivot on your toes, setting up for the other side. So pressing that right knee over your right ankle, but bring your right rib cage forward. Looking up toward your hands. 4. 5. Leave your feet where they are and simply open up into warrior 2. Press your hands down to activate, like you're trying to press them into something, to activate your arms. Knees press back, tailbone down, Uddiyana Bandha, gazing over your middle finger. 3, 4, 5. Come up, pivot your feet. Warrior 2 on the other side, bending into your right knee. Arms extended, like pressing down your arms, activate your arms. 2, push your knees behind you. 3, tailbone down. 4, Uddiyana Bandha, pulling up. 5, and then cartwheel your hands down. Step back, high to low chaturanga. Inhale up, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands come down to your side. And I just messed up. I should have done something in between. So we'll do it now. Okay. I'm going to, because of my Achilles, it's been bothering me, I'm going to do it holding onto the wall. And I'm finding it's helping me with my range anyway. I have tight hips. So bringing your knee up, that would be step 1. I'll show you first without holding onto the wall. I also don't want to fall because then I'll jerk stuff out. So anyway, bringing your knee up be one option. The next option would be to bring your arm around your shin. Third option is to grab your toes, left hand on your hip, extend your leg out for 1, 2, and if you can, you're still going to start working your chin toward your shin. So you're folding forward. 3, good. Bend your elbow. 4, straighten that left leg. 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, open up to the side. For 1, if you fall out of it, just come back in. 2, 3, try and bring that right leg back into the right hip socket. 4, 5, inhale back to center. Chin to shin. And exhale, release your right toe, hands on your hips. Point your right foot, gaze is on your right toes. Holding for 1, 2, straight left leg. 3, see if you can lift that leg a little bit higher. 4, good. 5, and then go ahead and bend and release. You know what, I think I screwed up maybe not. No, I think I'm okay. Other side. I didn't know if I was taping it right, if I had it on the wrong view, but I don't think it'll matter here. Hopefully not. All right, other side, left leg comes up. Grab your big toe. Inhale, extend. And then fold forward. Bring your chin to your shin for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, extend your leg out to the side. For 1. Try and pull that leg back into the hip socket. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Come back to center. Chin to shin. And then look up. Release that foot. Hands on your waist. Point your toes. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and release your foot to the mat. Coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Come back up. I left something else out. I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh well. Exhale. Humility. All right, the other pose, the other standing pose. I do this almost every day. Good Lord. Bring your right knee up. I'm going to blame it on the virus, right? So if you have lotus pose, you bring your right leg up into lotus pose, drop your right knee. Obviously, I don't have one. If you can, reach around, grab your toes, and then fold forward. Left hand goes down onto the floor. I'm going to do a variation. I'm going to do figure 4 and just have my hand behind my back. So right ankle over my knee, right hand back, fold forward. Try and get your hand on the floor in front of your left foot. 1, drop your head. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, exhale, stay here, and then slowly come up. With control, release your right foot. Good. Other side, left knee comes up. And again, coming into lotus. If you have the flexibility, knee points down, left hand comes behind, grabs the big toe, and then slowly fold down. My variation is figure 4. My left hand behind my back, coming down, touching the floor. For 1, 2, soften your neck. 3, slight bend in your right leg. 4, 5. On your next inhale, look up. Just your head comes up. Hold here, exhale. And then inhale, slowly come up. And release. Good. Now we're ready to go to the floor. So coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Press into your hands. Exhale, back to high plank. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. And exhale, downward facing dog. From here, you jump through. I can't do a jump through. If you can do a jump through, go ahead and do it. I'm going to see if you have a jump through. Can you do it? Yeah, that's good. All right, if you're like me, you don't have a jump through, just bring your feet forward, cross your legs, hands forward. First pose is Tadasana, or staff pose. Press your heels forward, toes back, arms down by your side, shoulders back. Holding here for 1, chin to chest. 2, but bring your ears back above your shoulders. 3, Uddiyana Bandha. 4, engaging the legs, tall spine. 5, and then exhale, grab your big toes, coming forward. Inhale and exhale, bend your elbows, come forward. Gaze here is on your toes. 1, 2, keep pulling your chest towards your feet. 3, bend your elbows, keep them close in. 4, 5, inhale, look up. And then option to either grab the outsides of your feet like this. If you have the range, you can wrap your hands around your feet and grab your wrist. You can do that. I'm going to choose to bring my hands around my feet. Inhale and exhale, fold. Gaze is at your toes. 1, 2, 3, elbows in. 4, keep reaching toward your feet. 5, inhale up, and exhale, release. Setting up for reverse plank. Bring your hands about 12 inches behind you, fingers pointing forward, shoulders roll back, straighten your elbows, and go ahead and lift. Holding for 1. Just try to press down on the index knuckle. 2, keep lifting through your chest. 3, 4, Uddiyana Bandha. 5, inhale and release. So rather than, we're gonna skip some steps here because we're shortening this. So instead of doing the jump backs and the jump throughs, which you do between almost every single pose, we're gonna simply, and I use blocks because I'm still working on it, but if you have the strength, cross your legs, bring them in tight, and then just lift up off the floor and release. I like to use blocks. So we go there. All right. The next pose is half bound lotus forward pose. So again, I don't have a lotus, so I'll show you, but if you have a lotus, it's just like the standing pose we just did. So you bring your right heel in, right hand wraps around, grabs your big toe, and then your left hand comes forward, grabbing the outside of your left foot. The variation I'm gonna do, just bring my foot into flamingo, wrap my right arm around just to open up my chest, and then reach forward. Gaze is on your toe, trying to bring your head towards your foot. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Stay here, exhale. And then go ahead and release. We'll just do cross your legs and lift. And release. Setting up for the other side. Again, if you have lotus, left comes over, left hand comes around, grabs your big toe. Otherwise, my variation I'm doing is flamingo. Left sole of my foot into my right thigh, left hand around my back, and reaching forward with the outside of my right foot. Pulling forward and exhale. So think more of pulling forward than pulling down. For 2, bend that elbow. 3, flex. 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Stay here. Exhale. And then go ahead and release. Cross your legs. Inhale up. And exhale, release. Janu Shirshasana A. Kind of like what I was just doing. Bend your right knee, bring your calf in. Place the sole of your foot onto your thigh. This time, though, you're going to reach forward with both hands, grabbing your foot. If you can reach around and grab your wrist, you can do that. You got that flexibility. So inhale, and then exhale, fold forward. For 1. With each inhale, lengthening. 2. Try to flex your right foot. 3. And then try to spin the top of your left thigh in. 4. Gaze is on your foot. 5. Inhale, look up. Stay there. Exhale. Go ahead and release. Cross your legs. Like I said, we're skipping the jump throughs tonight. We don't have time to do all that. Lift and release. Janu Shirshasana on the other side. Right leg forward, left. Sole on the inside of your right thigh. And then fold forward, grab your big foot on both sides. Inhale, and then exhale, pull your chest towards your foot. 2, 3, flex your left foot. Open up your hip. 4, try to spin your right thigh in. 4, 5, inhale, look up. And exhale, release. Grab your blocks, cross your feet. Inhale, come up. Lift up, exhale down. Marchasana A. So bending your right foot, bring your right foot kind of the outside of your right sits bone. So there is going to be a little space here between your legs. Press into your foot. Bring your right arm to the inside of your right leg. Reach really far forward. And then wrap your right hand around. Left hand swings around and grabs your right hand. And then folding forward for 1, 2. See if you can press that right foot into the mat. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look forward. Stay there. Exhale. And then release. Cross your legs. Lift up. And release. Marchasana on the other side. Marchasana A. Again, left foot on the outside of your left sits bone, so a little ways from your right leg. Left arm in. Reach forward and around. Right arm, thumb up. Loops around, grab your hand and fold forward. 1, 2, 3. Drishti, your gaze is on your right foot. 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, inhale, look up, exhale, and then go ahead and release. Cross your legs. Inhale, pick up. And exhale, release. Marchasana B. So for this one, again, this is one I have to vary a lot. If you can do a lotus pose, you bend your left, and you bring your right foot in, bend your left knee, and then you're going to reach around. Obviously, I can't even begin to do that. Well, I can begin to do that, but don't get very far. So my variation is to bring my foot into flamingo position. Left leg here, comes here, and then arm comes on the inside, Reach around, right arm reaches around, and I fold forward. For 1, 2, trying to bring your chest down to the floor. 3, right. 4, pressing into that left foot. 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, hold here. And then go ahead and release. Cross your legs, lift up. Exhale, setting up for the other side. Again, if you can do the lotus position and bring that right knee in, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm doing flamingo pose, left foot here, right foot on the inside of that left foot. And then right arm comes forward, wraps it around, and fold forward. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hold here. And then go ahead and release. Marchasana C. So left leg is, pick up. Sorry, I forgot. Pick up. That's so someday I'll do those jump throughs. I might. All right, Marchasana C. Right leg bends, bring it in. And I do much better for this one on a block because I have very tight hips. This time the foot is close to the left leg. Bring that right shin in. Inhale, lift up, twist open, and then bring your left arm on the outside. Eventually, you want to bring your left hand behind you and your right hand behind you, and those legs, and they join. So coming into a twist. Inhale, 1. Press into the right foot. 2, 3, 4. Gaze is going toward the back. 5. Inhale, come forward. Cross your legs, pick up. Exhale, setting up for the other side. Left leg comes in, right leg is straight. Lengthen, twist as much as you can, and then bring your arm over. Trying to bring your armpit over your leg. And maybe the right hand comes down to your ankle. Eventually, you bring it around your leg, and it will meet your left hand. For 1, 2, press into that left foot. That'll help open you up a little bit more. 3, pull up through the spine. 4, 5, and then release. Cross your legs, hands down, pick up. And then Marchasana D. So Marchasana D, for those people with lotus, you can do your left leg. Let's do your right leg. It doesn't matter ultimately. So bring it into lotus. Bring your left knee up. And then, let's see. Yeah, you wrap around. I can't even do it. I can't even think what to do. My teacher in India was able to get me into that pose. But he really was pulling me every which way. So left leg's up, right arm comes up, and then you wrap around. And left hand comes around. I use a block for this too. So I modify this pose a lot, and I'm able to do it. So right arm around the left leg. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then come back. Lift. And exhale, Navasana, boat pose. So bringing your knees together, your version of whatever works for you. You just don't want any pain in your lower back. That means you're going beyond where your stomach muscles are strong enough. So step 1, feet together, knees together, walk your feet back. You can stay right here. Step 2, make sure you pull it through your chest, shoulders back, nice flat back. A lot of people round into their back. You want a straight spine. Pull your knees up. Maybe extend your legs halfway, all the way. Release your hands for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross your legs, lift, and release. 1 again, boat pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross your legs and release. Come back down. Just realizing the lighting is really bad. So boat pose again for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on down. Cross your legs. That was 3. We do 5. Again, coming into boat pose for 1. Just take it. If you're getting tired, dial it back a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross your legs. Lift. Last one. Make it the best one. Knees together for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross your legs. And release. Next pose is crow pose. This is a variation. This is not the pose that they do, but that's the variation I think is more accessible to more people. So coming with your hands down on the mat. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders. Bring your hips up, walk forward, heels together. Lift up, plant your knees into your armpits, and then coming forward. If you don't do crow yet, just go ahead and come forward. Lift one leg, and down. 2, lift the other leg, and then come down, round your spine. 3, 4, lift. 1 more, 5. And then go ahead and come shoot back if you're in crow pose. Go through your vinyasa. And then meet and seated. Seated saddle pose. Arms out to the, or legs out to the side. Walk your hands forward. And hold here. Bring your belly button down. Eventually your chest coming down to the floor for 1. Press the backs of your knees into the mat. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go to 8, 6, 7. Folding a little deeper each time if you can. 8. Inhale, look up. And exhale, release. Baddha Konasana, A and B. Bring the soles of your feet together. Oh my gosh, it's almost 7. Shoot. All right, let's see how far we got. Okay, I know what we'll do. We started maybe a few minutes late, so we're good. All right, so open up your feet if you can. We're just going to push your knees down. You can see my knees are a long ways from getting down. I'm very tight in the inner thighs, inner hips. So inhale, and then exhale, fold forward. Flat back here, so bring your belly button down to your feet. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come all the way up. This time we're going to come down, but this time rounding. So starting upright and bringing your head down to your toes. So folding, rounding your spine, folding here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. And exhale, release. Okay, we have a whole lot more poses in this series on the floor. So because I have one person here, and do you do headstand? Yes or no? Yes? All right, let's end with headstand. All right, so headstand for 10 counts if you can, okay? All right. So bringing your forearms down to the mat, make sure they're shoulder width distance apart, fingers interlaced, pinky fingers on the floor, head into your crown, hips up, walk forward, and lift up. Push into your elbows. If you don't have a headstand, you can just bring one leg up. Maybe that left foot will start to come up. Keep pushing. 2, 3, 4. I'm not doing it because I'm counting. 5, 6, but I'm practicing. 7, strengthening. 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and come down and come straight down into child's pose. Hips back on your heels, hands forward. Reversing your back. And then come up. Chaturanga. So coming into plank, high plank to low. Inhale up. And exhale, downward facing dog. And then jump through. Coming back down onto the floor. If you have lotus, or you can have lotus or full lotus, you come into lotus, bring your left, I don't have it. You don't have lotus, if you're like me, just cross your legs. If your legs are in lotus, maybe reaching around and grabbing your toes. So my toes are not happening, so I'm just bringing my hands behind my back and fold forward. Just drop your head forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, come up, legs are crossed or staying at lotus. Bring your big finger, your index finger and your thumb together. Chin to chest. Pull your ears back though so they're above your shoulders. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come forward, hands on the mat. High plank to low, chaturanga. Andasana. Inhale up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward. And go ahead and come up to standing, Samastitihi. Hands to your heart. We'll end this time. I'm going to do it in English, the translation. It makes a little more sense than translation of the opening. May the rulers of the earth keep to the path of virtue for protecting the welfare of all generations. May the religious and all people be forever blessed. May all beings everywhere be happy, healthy, and free. Om, peace, peace, perfect peace. Namaste. If you want to go ahead and go into Shavasana, that would be your next move. So I'm going to stop the